This NVR allows us to connect up to 24 surveillance cameras. We just need to plug it into our network, and then every camera that connects to our Wi-Fi network can be controlled here. This is the most versatile NVR that I'm aware, especially because I don't really need it. I can just connect my cameras individually. A few months later I connect another one, and now I'll be recording the footages on the individual micro SD cards. But one day, if I decide that I want to control all of my cameras and stop recording individually and centralize everything, then this NVR will allow me to add it to my network, and I will not be limited to the Wi-Fi of the NVR because I just need to connect it directly to my Ethernet connection on any of my switches on my router, and after that I don't need to worry about the Wi-Fi that it has because I can connect any camera on my house, on any access point, on my normal Wi-Fi, and the NVR will discover and it will add them all together, and it's just awesome. This is the Reolink Home Hub Pro. I've been using it for the past 8 months, adding one camera per month. It records footages from all the cameras 24/7 onto a 2 terabyte hard drive, which can be upgraded up to 16 terabytes. And unlike normal NVRs that we have to connect the cameras directly to the NVR via Wi-Fi or via cable, this one right over here will allow us to have a lot of flexibility because I don't need to connect the cameras directly to them, although I can use that feature. I don't use. Mine is here at the basement. For those that don't know where I am, this is the basement of my house. I usually have it right over there next to that display connected to a switch. But this to say that if I'm in the basement, then my signal here is not that good. But I just need to connect one cable right over here to my switch, and after that, on any hotspot that I've got with my normal Wi-Fi connection at home, I just need to connect my camera to any particular part of my house. And as you guys know, I do have a 3-floor house, and right on that end it's pretty far away, so that would be possible to connect to this NVR unless I would pass a cable, which I wouldn't do that mess. So I just need to connect the camera to any of my Wi-Fi hotspots, and after that the NVR will discover it on the network and will add so that I can manage either on the NVR or on the app. And this is great and allowed me so far to spread my cameras all over the place without having to worry where the NVR is. Let's imagine that I don't have any camera, any NVR. Reolink has about 50 different models of cameras starting at 40 euros. There are cameras for all budgets. I can choose any of them and then install it at my home, even without the NVR. Actually, when I do install a camera, I always share with you this setup. I just add the camera in an app, select the option to use it without an NVR, and from that moment on you can use the camera and record the footage on its own memory card. But let's imagine that 2 months later I can buy another camera and I will do the same thing. After a year, maybe I've got about 4 or 5 cameras, and at that point, if I decide to buy the Home Hub Pro, all I need to do is to go to the app and ask the Home Hub Pro to add whichever cameras I want. That's it. So simple as this. Then all the cameras will become available in the Home Hub Pro, which can also be connected to a TV. Usually I've got it on my display back there, so you can watch each camera footages and you still have the access through the app. But now, instead of saving videos to the memory cards, we will be storing videos here on the Home Hub Pro. By the way, I've got a 2 terabytes, which is the hard drive that comes right over here. I do have 8 cameras recording 24/7 at this moment, and those cameras for this kind of storage will last for about 15 days. Full quality, everything as I can squeeze out of any camera. But just to give you an idea that if you want a system with 2, 3 or 4 cameras, then 2 terabytes will give you about 1 to 2 months of storage. But at this moment, with 8 cameras, I'm seriously thinking about upgrading the hard drive. To watch the videos, we just need to open the app, choose the camera that we want, hit play, and we can browse through hours of recording, but really easily. The timeline highlights when there was movement, whether objects, people or animals. We can also see by hours, so it's really easy to use it. We can jump straight to the right moment just pressing with our finger and then see what we need to see. On top of that, of course, we can get the notifications on our phone or our smartwatch, so it doesn't get easier than this. Now, the models that I'm using so far are the E1 Pro, the Atlas PT Ultra with solar panel, the E1 Outdoor CX, Lumos, E1 Zoom, Argus 4 Pro and the Elite Flood, which was the last one that I did add, and it's amazing for the front of the garage. Now, if you were counting, these are not 8, but it happens that I do have 2 of each model. For example, this one right over here is exactly the same that I've got right over there spying on me 24/7 if I do my work, and sometimes I don't. So this is the NVR that you don't need to have, because we can have just the cameras. But if one day you decide to have an NVR, as far as my knowledge goes, this is the coolest NVR that exists, especially because we don't need it, but if we need it, then it's so flexible, it will allow me to put anywhere on my house. I don't need to worry about anything else, just connect it to my network. After that, bum, 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 everything is smarter. I had a traditional system which was very limiting in what I could do, and I always had to put the NVR in a central place of my house to have the 4 cameras or 8 cameras in specific areas that could connect to the NVR, and some of them had to access as an access point so that this camera could connect to this one and this one would connect to the NVR, but that's something of the past. At this moment, with the Reolink Home Hub Pro, all of that is over. I don't need to think about twice when planning to put the camera. I just need to put the camera there, connect to my Wi-Fi. That's it. Hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did so, don't forget the usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto Jorge, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.